Today on Running to Him.
Jesus is worthy because of who he is. Today's reading from the reading plan is Revelation 5, concentrating on verses 9 through 10. Revelation 5, 9 and 10 says, "And they sang a new song, saying, Worthy are you to take the book and break its seals, for you were slain and purchased for God with your blood men from every tribe and tongue and people and nation. You have made them into be a kingdom of priests to our God, and they will reign upon the earth." Now there's an important point to be made in today's reading. Jesus is worthy because of his actions. Let's dwell on this point for a minute. Jesus expressed his desires through his giving of his life for mankind. In Matthew 4, 1 through 11, we see an example of how he showed his worthiness. After his baptism, he went into the desert for 40 days, and during this time he fasted. Now Jesus is fully God and fully man, and therefore he exercised spiritual discipline throughout his life. I am sure that he fasted regularly, as all in the Jewish community would. They obviously wouldn't go for 40 days without food. Still, Jesus knew through experience that he would not only feel the physical aspects of a fast, but he would also feel the emotional and psychological feeling. He had prepared for the task. So our first lesson is that we are to prepare ourselves for our spiritual journey. We cannot assume that we can be spiritual giants out of the box. Spiritual maturity takes practice and work. And if we're going to practice fasting, we need to start slowly and have a path laid out to reach the unattainable goal. The second lesson is tied to the first. We should be prepared to experience physical difficulties on our spiritual journey. We will never find a mature Christian who has not experienced physical and emotional pain in their walk with Christ. Joni Eareckson Tada is an artist and a Christian speaker paralyzed in her teens because of a swimming accident. She became a very famous artist by learning to draw with a pen placed in her mouth. Her experiences have blessed Christians worldwide because of her willingness to submit to God and allow him to guide her life. Now, after Christ had struggled for 40 days in the desert, he became hungry. And at this point, Satan came as an attacker posing as a friend. He said, "You and I both know that you can turn these rocks to bread. You've proved your point. Now show your power." Christ's response was to remind Satan that food is not the only thing that man needs to live. Within our lives, we have physical desires which sometimes cry out for fulfillment. But physical needs are not the only thing we need for life. We need spiritual desires as well. Satan will tempt us by telling us that we're doing a great job and we deserve a little physical fulfillment. There is a Russian movie about a young man who became a monk by being rescued by monks after being shot by Germans. Psychologically, he didn't fit into the monastery as he tended to like to be alone. The head monk once received a pair of boots from the bishop, and he treasured them, remarking that the bishop gave him the boots in recognition of his fine work. And while one night the fine young monk stole the boots and placed them in the fire. And when the head monk woke in the morning, the young monk confessed to the deed. When asked why he did such a thing, the young monk replied that the head monk worshipped the boots more than he worshipped Christ. Notice that the angel in our reading did not say to Christ deserved the honor placed upon him, but that he is worthy. The difference between deserving something, I did something to earn what I have, and being worthy because of my showing who I am, has a fine distinction. Deserving something is reward-based. Worthiness is life-based. I am worthy because of who I am.
Thank you for listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. You can use either Facebook or YouTube to like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. If you would like to contact us, you can reach me at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.